What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to a new episode of Lazy Sundays with Dionte
and NiJa.
NiJa, what's good? What's going on in your orbit, your world, your planet?
The weather. The weather is annoying. If you live in Virginia, you know. It's like going back and forth. It's like, is it winter? Is it fallish still? Like, what is it?
Bro.
It's annoying. It's like freezing in the morning.
Speaking of the weather, man, it's like
my God.
5 o'clock in the morning, you need a heavy coat. 11 o'clock in the morning, you need a light jacket. Around 3 in the afternoon, you probably need to have a pair of shorts on.
No, definitely.
To be honest, you're going to be sweating. And by, I say, about 8, 9 o'clock at night, you're going to need that heavy coat again.
Oh, yeah.
Virginia 100%. Getting it. It literally the only place where it can snow in the morning and be 70 degrees in the afternoon. And if you think we're joking, this has literally happened.
It's annoying. It's so annoying.
It's ridiculous, man.
Like, but what's good with you? What's been going on with you?
Man, you know, world just spinning. I had a pretty decent week, man. You know, my life been kind of boring, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't do anything but watch cooking videos. Yeah. And, you know.
You got for a Slurpee this week.
Oh, yeah, I did get got. Did I really get got?
You did. She got you.
Did I really get got?
I normally do the pickups, and he'll do the drop-off in the morning. Well, he did the pickup, and she got him because she knew when she seen Daddy, she could be like, let's go get a Slurpee. And she know that's his thing. She know he loves Slurpees. So she was like, I know how to get you.
No, she fooled me. This is how she fooled me. She fooled me by saying, hey, we're supposed to go get Slurpees today. So I'm like, am I supposed to go get a Slurpee today? See? Did I tell her I was going to get a Slurpee today? Then I asked her after the fact, hey, who said we were supposed to get Slurpee today? And she was like, me. So I'm like,
because typically that's what you do. You're like, I'm gonna go get a Slurpee, and she like, I got you.
Yeah, but still.
You got
anyway,
okay.
I was hoodwinked.
All right.
Led astray.
Okay, that's what it was.
By a 7-year-old.
Okay.
Listen, she took advantage.
Happens a lot.
She took advantage of my need for a smoothie and my need to be loved as a dad.
Yeah, that's what she called it. She called them smoothies.
My smoothies. She took advantage of my need to be a good dad.
She really did. Like, it's ridiculous. But y'all, we have a new segment this week. Tell them what it is.
Oh, new segment of this. I'm about to say new segment of this week. So yeah, we just wanted to get out some rants, things that's happening to us during the week, things we feel like we need to address on the pod. So we're gonna call this section rants. Give it up. Yes. Clap it up for the pod. Clap it up for the pod.
Yo, so my rant of the week is older people in doctor's offices. I don't know what it is. I almost feel like it's a black person thing too. I don't know what it is about us on speakerphone, wherever we're at. That's number one. Or you're playing your stuff super dumb loud as if like we all can't either hear your conversation or know what video or TikTok you're watching. It's like, ma'am, this is a doctor's office. Why are you watching TikToks so loud? You don't have no earbuds or nothing?
Time out. You gotta set it up properly. NiJa ain't giving y'all the full bro. So we're at the doctor's office.
The dentist.
That's what it was. We're at the dentist with Sophia. So of course, you know, dentist appointments always first thing in the morning. Super quiet. Ain't nobody in here but us, like another adult besides the lady, and like 2 other little kids. And all you hear is TikToks going off. I'm talking about.
Like, why do you have a TikTok? But whatever. All right.
It's loud. Some old lady, and she just going through them janks. As if, I'm like, yo, where's your headphones at? All you hear is, make me sweat, flip, 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 make me higher. Flip, flip, flip. Make me. I'm like, how is this the song?
Bro,
that's a whole nother thing because it's like, yo, they keep playing these same TikTok songs. It's literally, and she just flipping through them and watching them. She even laughed a couple times.
It's like,
and was going through. Like, come on, bro.
And then grandma couldn't turn off her message. I guess somebody left her a voicemail. She said, how do you turn this thing off? I don't know why these people call him. It's like, Grandma, please turn it down or something.
In Jesus' name.
We can hear it. All your business. I love old people. My goodness.
Speaking of, I'm glad you said that because we was in the store the other day and there was an older black lady, and she was on her phone, but the phone was on speakerphone, but she was on her phone like this, and it was on speakerphone.
Yes.
I'm like, I don't even think that's how it's supposed to work.
Grandma is on speakerphone. Turn it off.
This is how they usually do it, but she was like,
that burns me up, bro. I can't stand it.
And she probably gonna tell her grandkids, can you help me take this volume down? It's too loud.
Like, and
it's
then,
on speakerphone, Grandma.
This is the last thing I'm gonna say about this. If you ever have me on speakerphone, tell me. I think it's the rudest thing ever for you to just be like, somebody call you, boop, speakerphone.
Exactly.
Like, the whole world knows my business.
Exactly.
Like, I didn't want everybody to know that I was pregnant. Like, why are you just like
exposing
news? Like,
in the middle of Walmart, fucking self-checkout.
It's ridiculous.
And you got me on speakerphone, and I'm like, yeah, I got the cream for you.
Like, why does everybody need to know this? And then the way our area is set up, I ain't gonna say what area we live in, but the area, surrounding areas that we live in, you bound to find somebody that you know in that store, or that knows somebody that you know that'll probably recognize you but won't say nothing. So now they know all my business. Come on, Grandma, take me on speakerphone.
Matter of fact, before we finish this and wrap up and go back into the pod, it made me think. So we're in Walmart the other day. I got a rant, and it's about now.
Okay.
So we're in Walmart the other day. You know how Walmart's, they got it. It's like a maze trying to get to the register now.
Okay.
So I said, hey, let me go get some chips right quick. So I'm trying to get some chips right quick. Matter of fact, this is about Walmart too. I slipped on Walmart. Extremely buff floors.
Oh God.
I'm in this jank about to do a split. Damn near tear my ACL. ACL halfway to the rotisserie chicken. My ankle way over here underneath me. So I'm just like, it looked like I just got crossed up. I'm glad she think it's funny because my bone was almost sticking out of my kneecap.
Men are so dramatic. But go ahead, finish your little story.
I'm done now, man. I just want to let y'all know that I almost sued Walmart and or NiJa at the same time.
He gonna come back to the register.
And then the white lady
almost tore my ACL. And I just looked at
it was like, a white lady over
bro,
there.
You're good, bro. I promise you. You're all right.
So, they be putting the snacks and stuff on the opposite side of the register sometimes. So, I'm trying to grab the chip. It's a white lady at the Caucasian woman at the register on the other side. She goes, "Ooh, are you okay? I thought you was breakdancing."
Man,
why would I be breakdancing?
Now, if I cook you, I'll be wrong. Like, don't play with me.
She
I almost fell for real.
That almost felt extremely racist now because she said this man had the boogaloo and salt shoe.
That's
once
crazy.
he saw them funyuns.
Like
he saw them funyuns and started getting down. Come on,
you
man.
You had time that day. That's what it was. Because had you had time, you'd have been like, what does that even mean? You thought I was... Anyways.
I was too embarrassed.
Yeah.
I thought I was about to get put on the bench. Yeah, got me. The Steph Curry treatment. Anyway.
So dramatic. Oh my gosh.
My knee is still sore.
You're okay.
So, let's get into the pod.
All right, so OnlyFans.
Oh, am I first?
Oh my gosh, yes. You're
all right, man. I know y'all know what's going on with this, man.
Dionte be having his ear to the Twitter streets.
It ain't even the Twitter streets. It's the social media streets. You gotta holler at people. I'm too close to this mic, by the way. So, anyway, let's talk about it, man. Joe Smith. I know all my guys in here know who Joe Smith is. That's irrelevant. So, Joe Smith and his wife, what's her name? Keisha Chavis. So she records Joe Smith the other day, Keisha, of them having an altercation between them about the fact that Keisha, who apparently was a former porn star or adult actress, let's say it that way, that sounds better. Yeah. Former adult actress who, if you know anything about Joe Smith, apparently, he wasn't too well. He didn't manage his money well while he was playing in the league.
Okay.
So that's part of it. I guess they facing a little bit of debt right now, and the premise of the conversation is basically, "Hey Joe, we not making enough money, so I took it upon myself to figure out a way to get money," which was for her going back to what she knew, OnlyFans. So that conversation, basically, he's like, "Hey, you didn't come to me and tell me this was something that you were willing to do. We should have had a conversation about it." She's like, "You knew who I was when you met me," which don't really help the other form of hoes, because it's like, just because you used to be a hoe don't mean you could just parade it, like, because he accepted who you was. Anyways, so yeah, what's your thoughts on this? And has she, or was she supposed to come to her husband before she started this OnlyFans?
I do feel like she should have told him. I feel like when you're married or just in a super committed relationship where y'all are, as we would say, locked in, you should, because you're a reflection of that individual. So regardless of what you want to do and what you may feel like is the right thing to do, whether you're falling on hard times or not, it's still something that you should speak to your spouse about. You should be like, "Hey, like, I know you probably gonna feel a way about this, but this is what I think is gonna work, and this is how much money I feel like I could bring in from this." You have that conversation. Your spouse shouldn't have to find out like after the fact that you've been exposing your body. It's just like, to me, that's a wild thing to do. Like, and then to just say like, "You knew who I was when you married me," it's like, but in the way the conversation sounded is that he wasn't, like, she didn't continue to do that throughout their relationship. So it was like, I guess once they, so it's kind of like, well, girl, this was the whole point of, you know, us getting together, being financially great. You didn't have to do that. And if you ever felt like you did, why wouldn't you come to me first?
Exactly. That was a point he made also when she tried to use she tried to spin it with the whole "you knew who I was." He was like, "Yeah, but that was before, because this was before we got married. You was doing that at the very least, because it shows that she don't have any respect for her husband at all, because you did something that you knew he was gonna be upset about, which is why you didn't tell him." Let's be honest. You knew he was gonna feel a way, whether you lived that life or not. But again, if you came to him and had that conversation, because like you said, you knew who I was beforehand, maybe he's cool with it. Maybe he sees the amount of money that you bringing in. Like she said, she's making a little bit of money off of it. Maybe he sees that and said, "You know what? I need to be your cameraman now." Maybe he wants to get in on it.
Exactly.
You never really know.
Should have had that conversation. I do believe that. I mean, there was other things along with the story that I feel like may be irrelevant, but because we are speaking about it, she did mention like, "Oh, well, he hasn't been faithful, and I have had a lot of conversations with him trying to figure out other ways to bring in money. So I got tired of basically, you know what I'm saying, talking to a wall. So I'm like, all right, bet. I'm going to just go do what I feel like is best." It doesn't make it right, but I can see how y'all got to this point. If that's the case, I feel like y'all already probably are in a solid space anyway, which is why you operate in like you're an individual.
I can see which makes sense, like you said, because I think everybody's just focused on the
100%.
The sex part about it, or the porn, instead of focusing on the main thing, which is you went off and did something without actually discussing it with me. Correct. She said also when she spoke to TMZ about it, because part of me feel like she's doing it for clout. She's running around doing interviews with TMZ and stuff, but she said on TMZ that they're living in separate homes right now.
Go figure.
But she doesn't think they're going to get a divorce. She says she think he'll just come back around.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about that either, man. But I also don't know the dynamic.
Seems like they got other issues already prior to this, so it's like y'all got some stuff y'all got to work out. I mean, I don't ever want nobody to get a divorce, but it's like
but if we living in separate homes, then this is probably deeper than what.
Pack it up.
It's probably deeper than just this OnlyFans thing. So
first of all, we're not living separately, okay? If you're pissed with me, then we're gonna be pissed together, okay? It's not gonna be
gonna be slamming doors.
Basically aggressively giving you your plate. But other than that, we're good. We're good. We're locked in still. Like,
even if we at the point where you go eat something, I ain't worried about what you eat. We're in the same house.
But bills are still gonna get paid. Like, I'm not gonna be just
Keisha making sure the bills getting paid. Keisha is making sure the bills getting paid.
Keisha said he cheating. I don't care what he said.
I'm by myself.
Pretty much. Pretty
in the
much.
videos and in life.
But I don't know. God bless. God bless. I don't know what else to say about that. But
Nothing.
no, you really can't, because it's like she did it, so it's done. Hey man, and I don't think she's gonna stop. So it's like,
no, she's not.
So it is what it is.
New content tonight, y'all.
Pretty much same schedule.
Schedule.
Camera's on. Red button is blinking.
See you next Saturday at 5.
Like, I don't care. I'm getting money. But y'all, so I want to say I think we ordered through DoorDash maybe twice. Together. I feel like at the house. Like, we rarely do it because, I mean, it's like one of us can just go get it.
I used to do it a little bit at work.
Well, yeah. I know, more at work was, a thing. But I feel like at the house, we don't do it a lot because we got a lot of stuff, close to us where we're we can just go get it ourselves.
For sure. But
DoorDash released a statement basically saying, no tip, your shit gonna be late, basically. So, and me and him, we had talked about this before, oh, that's probably the case. You don't really tip or you tip nothing, they're gonna take their time bringing you your food. And they're trying to basically make this logic of, oh, well, it's more enticing for Dashers to want to, you know what I'm saying, pick your order and bring it to you if they actually have a good tip with it. And on one end, I guess I kind of get it because, well, yeah, you do work for tips. I don't want to make it seem like that you shouldn't tip these people, because you should. But I think it's just wild to say, well, if you don't tip, we're going to really take our time to bring you your food.
That's extreme. That's insane.
That is very insane to say it out loud. Bro. We can read this. Exactly. Y'all really said this. I don't know. What do you think?
I think they're opening up Pandora's box, honestly. Yeah. Because this is the thing. You're basically saying that, hey, we cool with our Dashers not getting you your food on time if you don't leave what they deem to be a big enough tip. Yep. Suppose my leg is hurting. I only have $30 in my bank account. My food is $20. Mm-hmm. So I can only comfortably tip you maybe a couple dollars, $5 at the most. Yeah. Because I don't want to use all my money in this. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I only can tip $5. You may look at my order and say $5 tip ain't enough. Yeah. You spent $50 in this place, not knowing what I got going on. I got kids. I got this. I got that. But you're looking at it that $5 isn't enough. Yeah. That $10 isn't enough. He's gonna get his food when it's cold,
which is wild to say.
That's just crazy.
That is a wild thing to do. To be you can wait.
Because now you're oh, okay, you're going to bring me my food. Because this is what happens. You bring me my food. It's extremely late. I can tell that it's cold. Yeah. The box is sweating beads of water on the top of the styrofoam. I'm going to say, hey, my food's cold. You're going to say something stupid you only left me a $5 tip. I'm going to hit you with $5 worth of fingers. And then it's going to be a thing.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Bro.
So then, when I whip your ass, now all of a sudden, DoorDash is looking at me why did you attack him?
What do you even mean?
That makes no sense to me. You're going to get beat up. I promise you.
And I feel being a delivery driver, you know what you're getting. And that's no shade. I'm being honest, because if you ever worked a job similar a waitress, you know that everything is based off of tips. Exactly. You also understand that a lot of people just don't make money like that. So you're kind of going off of, I'm probably not going to make that much money. The same thing for DoorDash and any other delivery service. You're betting on the fact that people may not be able to tip you like that. And that's just the name of the game when you have a job like that.
Exactly.
Don't make people feel guilty by saying you won't get your food or you'll get it late unless you tip good. It's what?
You won't make me feel bad. I promise you. You won't make me feel bad at all, but I am going to be angry if my food comes an hour or 45 minutes late. This is the thing, though. Nobody told y'all. This is a separate conversation, but nobody told y'all to work in the food industry. You chose to be a Dasher, which means you chose to make a majority of your money off of tips. And the point of that is to do as many as you can so you can build that up and say, technically
so it kind of cancels out the not so great tips.
Because that's not my problem, that DoorDash doesn't want to pay you guys a decent wage.
True.
You have to
which they really should.
They really should. even in restaurants, it's not my fault that Applebee's say, hey, you eating off tips. We're only going to pay you $1, $2 an hour. That makes no sense at all.
It really doesn't. It really doesn't.
You're eating off, like, you don't get to eat unless I come in there and give you a proper tip. Think about that.
That's crazy.
Suppose I only come in there, we came in there for drinks or just some nachos or a 6-piece wing. If I come in there for a quick $5 lunch, I am not going to leave you a crazy tip.
No.
So either way, it's not adding up. That math ain't mathing.
Yeah.
That ain't even boy or girl math. That's like food math. And your math is
ridiculous.
Off.
And I try to be a good tipper because I used to be a waitress, so I understand it.
Yeah.
But sometimes I do feel like you got to chalk it up to the economy too. Like, it is what it is. I don't think people don't tip because they're trying to be funny or tip little. They just don't have it. It's like,
they just don't have it. It is what it is. They just don't have it. Speaking of food, let's talk about this really quick because I know you guys been paying attention to this. Your man Keith Lee, my guy Keith Lee, the MMA TikToker / food critic.
I love him.
I know y'all know a little bit about Keith Lee. If you don't, during COVID, he was trying to be in the MMA. COVID happened. He started reviewing food, reviewing food on TikTok about different restaurants. A lot of them black owned, and 99% of them are places he gets email and people are telling him to come to. So with that, he's been on a food tour. He's been to Vegas. I think he went to Cali. I think he went to Florida. He went to Atlanta this past week. And it's been a shit show. Man, so of course he makes the video, which ironically about DoorDash, he was trying to get the food DoorDash. He often gets it DoorDash or he gets his family to go into these restaurants.
Hear that, DoorDash?
Exactly.
And he tips very well. Extremely.
But not if you tell me I'm not.
Exactly.
So again, he likes to eat the food in the car, try to be away from people so people don't know he's actually reviewing it. Which, of course, you know, Atlanta food scene is a lot different. They do a lot of things differently towards celebrities and how they do, I guess, the regular customer.
Yep.
So long story short, he made a review about a restaurant there where he was saying, hey, I didn't actually get to eat any food here, you know, for this and this reason. But when they see me, they said they wanted to sit me down, treat me like a celebrity. His whole thing is I'm not a celebrity, so I'm not into that. So basically, it's a lot of back and forth going on between the restaurants there. The people in Atlanta kind of agreeing with him for the most part, saying that, hey, we've been dealing with this for a long time as far as how they act when we try to go to brunch. So it's just been a shit show, and I did not know Atlanta was so crazy.
No, not at all. They're like, it's so many like little greenery walls. Y'all know the green wall. There's a lot of those, and there's a lot of house rules that they said restaurants be having. What was one of the I think they said you may not get your food. What was it?
You won't get your food on time. I'm glad you said that. Yeah. You won't get your food on time, but the food gonna be good. So we can't guarantee that it's gonna. You may wait 2 hours to get your food, but it's gonna taste good whenever you get it.
Like, are you serious? Did you really say that?
That same place on like number 5, they said, hey, if it's 5+ people, we don't split the checks. And then another place, like further down, they said we don't allow more than 4 people at a table. So what is it?
Yo, y'all gotta chill. Seriously. Like, y'all, I didn't know they said that. Y'all doing too much now. I need my check separate, okay? Bruh. I need my check separate.
Just know that Keith Lee is the most influential person in the United States. He definitely
is. And you can't whoop his ass.
No, you can't whoop his ass. So if he complaining about your shit, and he's like going around telling people God bless, it's hard to be mad at a dude talking about the Lord.
Exactly. But it's like, in his defense, like, and I don't want to make it sound like aggressive. I'm just saying, like, you can't whoop his ass. Like, you can't. But I'm saying, like, he's always kind of led with positivity. Like, he's done this, like you said, it caught on with social media. Okay, he likes to eat. Most of us do. So if it catches on and I'm getting the bag from it, of course I'm going to follow through. I'm helping feed my family. He's all about his family. He's all about loving the Lord and being thankful for the things that he has. He's always been respectful with every restaurant, even the ones that haven't been the greatest. So I don't really understand why people feel some type of way about this, especially when he's also trying to take the next step of being respectful and saying, I'm not even going to eat this in your face. I'm going to go to my home or my Airbnb or my car and eat in peace. And if I don't like it, I don't have to worry about y'all staring in my face and me having to be like, you know what I'm saying? So he tries to do things respectfully because at the end of the day, he understands you just trying to run your business, big dog. Like, that's all. Like, I'm an influencer by way of, social media. So, yeah, I post my reviews and stuff. And if it's good, it's good. If it's not, it's not. I don't really understand why people are in an uproar. Like, we all feel some kind of way about bad food or bad food service. Doesn't matter who you are. You have had service that has been horrible and you remember where it was at.
Exactly.
Like, I'm not going to sit up here and lie to make y'all feel good. And because it's black owned, I'm not going to lie about that. Exactly. It's nasty. It's nasty. It is what it is.
This is the thing, man. He's starting to get to the point as far as popularity where you're getting people going to the extreme on both sides.
Correct.
There's people mad at him for doing what he's doing as if he's bringing businesses down when, even like you said, even when he's saying he doesn't like it, he's respectful about it. Then there's people on the flip side that he has to tell because people are doing it. It's like, hey, just because I say that this restaurant didn't serve me and my family, please don't go out there and leave them bad reviews. Don't go out there and leave them bad comments because people were doing that too.
Yeah, because that's not the type of content he puts out. No, that's not the message that he stands behind.
That's insane. You're sending people death threats and all of that stuff because he's like, yo, they didn't serve me. And he's like, bro, chill. I ain't say, because again, one thing he says is my experience may not be your experience.
Correct.
Which I may have just caught them on a bad day or at a bad time. That don't mean that it's permanently like that. So y'all gotta chill, man. It's just too much across the board.
And famous people, y'all can't speak on this either because a lot of y'all, when y'all go to these restaurants, your name is either thrown out there so you do get a certain level of service and care. And he's entering it as like how I guess like some food critics would if they're really trying to give an honest review. They typically don't show their face because, a lot of people that are in the know that do the food thing, a lot of restaurant people know what they look like or know their name. Yeah. So a lot of them try to be, discreet. And like you said, either they'll get the food delivered or whatever, they'll get somebody else on their team to do it for them. So that way they don't have to deal with, the weirdness of it all. So I'm like, when famous people try to speak on it, I'm like, that's the whole point of this. It's kind of like a blind taste test. You don't know who I am. So I want to see if your service is the same way through and through. And that's, that's the problem with food.
That is the problem.
Like, let me tell you something. One thing Chick-fil-A gonna do is tell you, my pleasure. They're gonna always make you feel good. The man told me the other day, God bless. And I was just like, I love when people tell me that. Like, it just made me feel good. You don't have to do a lot. Just get my food.
So, at the end of the day, the only way to combat this is providing everybody with good customer service. And, basically the stuff that you're supposed to do anyways when you own a restaurant. But I digress.
Yeah, I agree. I second everything you said. Y'all be all right, Atlanta. The way the people that live in Atlanta is saying, they like, no, this is how it is. This is how it
how black people love to say, we don't go there anyway. Yeah. And it's like, but why don't you go there, though?
Like,
for those reasons. Exactly.
We're tired of the green walls and bad service. Exactly. And weird hours. What? We close on a Wednesday at 2. Exactly. And you're not a brunch spot. It's like, why? Because we are. It's like, why are you mad at me? I'm just coming to get some wings. Call Gordon
Ramsay, man. He'll come get these kitchens together.
Gordon would get y'all all the way together.
He'll come get this shit together.
Y'all mad at Keith Lee. Okay.
That's what they're really mad at. They're mad because they got to give good service, and they're mad because they can't kick dude ass. Yeah. So I can't just kind of talk crazy to him because he's super nice, super likable. So you're really this dude angry. Was trying to, fight professionally. So I don't think you want to fight a guy that want to fight.
No, absolutely not. Not when you look built and like you're fully dressed.
And he looks short, stocky dudes. Yeah, that are MMA fighters. You might get a knee to the face,
and they're built a certain way. You can tell. It's like, yeah, I'm good on you, bro. Go ahead and get your food and go. Don't even worry about
pugilist.
But tell me what y'all think down in the comments down below. Your bad food experience. Where was it at? If you do want a name drop, what happened? Because we want to know, because we nosy.
What places y'all think Keith Lee need to come? Because I need to come to those places too. What places y'all think we need to review?
Yeah.
I'll review it
He don't need to come to Virginia. We don't really have no good places here, though.
Yeah, we do.
We do?
Well, Lazy Sundays on the road, food reviewing.
Yeah.
Keith Lee inspired us, y'all.
Yeah, okay. But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Do all of that nice stuff, please.
And
We're
we will
struggling.
see y'all. We are struggling. And we'll see y'all in our next video. Bye.